Today's video is in collaboration with Online Makeup Academy. They have given me access to their advanced makeup course so that I can share with you my thoughts regarding this program. Now, they were very interesting. When I looked at the collaboration agreement, they have actually gotten in their agreement that they would like to see a genuine, authentic review. And so that's exactly what we're going to do here. I'm going to be giving you pros as well as cons with this program so you can decide for yourself whether this is the type of program that may be best for you or not. So if you are someone who is considering getting into the makeup artistry space, if you're someone who has been looking for a makeup artist program, and perhaps you're even familiar with Online Makeup Academy and you have been considering them in the past, this video may be for you because I'm going to go into detail and discuss what my experience has been like using this program so far. So I'm actually a little bit familiar with Online Makeup Academy even before they reached out to me. Last year, I was very close to actually purchasing this program and going through and completing my makeup artist certification. I'm kind of interested in dabbling my feet in makeup artistry to see if that is something I would enjoy. I have done a makeup artistry course here in New Zealand. That was a face-to-face course very long time ago. This was when I was 18 years old. I didn't enjoy it at all. Oh gosh, it was a terrible experience. Instead of pursuing makeup artistry after that course, I ended up just going to university and doing Bachelor of Science. I was very happy actually when they reached out to me and offered this collaboration because I couldn't believe it. I was actually going to buy this myself. Now, first of all, you don't have to have a makeup artist certificate or a certification to practice at a makeup artist, right? This is not a type of field that is regulated, so you don't need it. You could be a self-taught makeup artist and do your own freelance work, and that's totally fine. Now, I've been doing the advanced makeup program. This is the one that I was looking at last year completing myself because this is where my weakness is. So I can do really great makeup looks, everyday makeup looks, a little bit of glam makeup looks. I have no problem with that. But where I lack is really the creative space. It's makeup looks that are for editorial, high fashion, creative photography. Those are the type of looks that I felt like I really needed to step up and really needed to learn. And that's why this program really fascinated me. And what I love about Online Makeup Academy is that they have split their makeup courses depending on what your interests are. If you want to go towards the more bridal, the everyday, the red carpet makeup looks, you could go with their master program. Or if you were really interested in working in photo shoots and editorial, high fashion, you could go with the makeup program that I'm currently doing. So I do love the fact that they have segregated these two categories, and depending on your interest, you could pick up the one that you want. Now, this is completely online, so the biggest advantage is that it doesn't matter where you are in the world, it doesn't matter what time it is, you can access it. If you're someone who's an introvert, for example, you may prefer doing an online course versus going to a course face-to-face. So it really depends what your preferences are. It's also very flexible. What I love about it is that there aren't any deadlines. So you don't have to complete your assignment by this month or next month or X date, right? You don't have homework deadline assignments. You don't have semesters that you need to stick to. It's really self-paced, and it really depends on how much work you may want to put into it. So for example, if your life is really busy, you can only dedicate maybe a couple of hours a week to it, that's totally fine. Or, if you are someone who currently has a lot of time in your hands, you may be able to finish this course really quickly. So it's completely self-paced. They're not going to be chasing you up to say, you haven't done this or your deadline's coming and you won't be able to pass this course until you reach that deadline. Nothing like that. It is completely up to you. Totally flexible. You also get lifetime access. If, for example, in future you're working as a makeup artist and there's some techniques you've forgotten or you'd like to refresh your knowledge, you can always come back to the course and re-watch some of that content. So that's really great. They also include updated content. So some of their videos, for example, are a little bit older, and you can tell just with the quality of the footage. However, you can also see that they have updated that content and added new, fresh content that it's a little bit more modern perhaps. And I think that's fantastic. That way you get new material, new content, and you will just have lifetime access to that. They also do Zoom videos. So Zoom have been so much fun. There will be specific topics that we'll discuss every week, and it's a very personal touch because you can contribute, you can ask questions, you can answer questions, and I have been finding the Zoom sessions particularly useful, and they can be various topics, you know, how to price yourself as a makeup artist, how you could style, you know, your client's hair, for example. So there's various topics that they cover, and I find that there's actually a wealth of knowledge that you can gain from the Zoom videos. For example, if you missed a Zoom meeting that you really wanted to attend, you know, the recordings are there, you can go back and watch them. So I really have enjoyed the Zoom sessions. And the great thing about the Zoom sessions is it keeps you connected with the course, right? The courses are very flexible and there are no deadlines, which means no one is going to be chasing you if you haven't been completing your course or if you haven't been watching the content or submitting your assignments. And what I like about the Zoom videos is that every week you'll get a reminder in your email that there's a session, and that will remind you, oh yes, I need to go back to the course and I need to watch some of the content and practice some of the techniques. So it really keeps you engaged, really keeps the course front of mind, which is, I believe, for a self-paced course is it's a good thing to have. They also have these reminders that they send you in emails, I think perhaps every 2 days. It's quite frequent, and so you keep seeing Online Makeup Academy in your inbox, which is a good thing. It definitely reminds me to go back and not completely get busy with my life. By the way, I'm just going through the pros right now. We'll come to the cons after this. The other thing they do are your homework and your assignments. So what you would do, for example, you would watch a module on how to do a certain look. They will then give you a homework assignment where you have to recreate that look. And once you recreate the look, you take pictures of the look, you submit that as an assignment, and the tutors will have a look at your pictures, give you personalized video feedback regarding your look, and they will let you know whether you've passed, and then you can move on to the next module or to the next look. So for example, let's take a look at the ones I did, right? So here in New Zealand, we've had quite high COVID numbers, and I haven't felt comfortable doing makeup on other people and getting other people to come to my house so I could do makeup on them. So instead, what I've done is actually for these two specific modules, I've actually just done the looks on myself. And this is something you can do. Of course, they recommend that as a makeup artist course, you do the looks on other people, because applying makeup on other people is a very different ball game than applying it on yourself. However, we all have situations where that may not happen, and you may still want to progress with the course, so you can absolutely do the looks on yourself. And that's exactly what I did. I did 2 looks on myself. So let me show you these and then show you the feedback that I received. Now this first look is a glossy wet makeup look. There's a detailed video on how to create a glossy look, and so this is my recreated version of it. So when I submitted this look, I got feedback from the tutor very quickly. Like within 2 days I had feedback, which was amazing. And so here's the feedback.
Shea, so taking a look today at your glossy makeup application. Such a great work. I really like the eyeshadow colors and the application, and of course the fact that you blend the eyeshadow before the application of the gloss, so it's nice and softly blended, and then the gloss over it. So beautiful. Really like the liner. Absolutely love the foundation, color correction, concealer application, and this beautiful lipstick shade, and of course nice and clean application too, and a little bit of blush. The glow, the application of the gloss on the cheek area, exactly what we're looking for to create this like a wet look, whatever we're going for. So great job on this one. You can definitely move on to the next one. So thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Now the next look that I did was a cut crease look. So this is their version of the cut crease, and this is my version. And I had a lot of fun creating this look. It was definitely out of my comfort zone. I have done a bit of cut crease before, but this was a little bit more dramatic. It included using a glitter liner, which I didn't have, so I had to make a glitter liner with some powder eyeshadow and Duraline. And so, you know, I had to be a little bit creative to create my own liquid liner. But I'm very proud of this look, by the way. It turned out really well, and I had so much fun creating it. So this is the feedback from the tutor.
Hi Rashi, so taking a look today at your 1930s work. I love this work. You did such a beautiful work. That's exactly what we're looking for. This cut crease, the placement of the line, beautiful soft blending, the application of the shimmers on the lid, your beautiful soft liner, and absolutely like how nice and smooth the line application is, how nice and clean the application of the liner is. Absolutely love the lower lash line. First of all, the liner in the waterline, and of course nice and soft look too for the lower lash line. And yeah, like you did such a great job with, again, foundation, color correction, concealer application, beautiful clean application of the lipstick. Love this color choice for that, and of course your eyebrows. Love this work. You can definitely move on to the next one again, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Another benefit of doing a makeup artist course is, of course, the ability to get pro discounts, and that is something I would love to have, and I'm actually looking forward to completing this course so I can apply for those pro discounts. You can get like 30-40% off with many makeup brands. I also do post-graduation mentorship and guidance. Now this is something I don't have experience with, and I can't really talk about it because I haven't finished the course. I'm currently completing the course, so that is something I can update you on later on. So I have talked about a lot of pros. I mean, they're just a lot of pros with this program. So now let's talk about some cons. First of all, the program is expensive, and with majority of the makeup artist course that are out there, it is not a surprise. Most courses are very, very expensive. I understand that they cover a lot of content and there's a lot of work that goes into it. So that is understandable. This course, for example, is expensive, but it's not horrendously expensive. So there are other courses out there that I've been looking at myself that are easy $2,000, $3,000 and more. Whew, that's insane. So in comparison to that, I find that the pricing model for these courses is actually really good. Now, the other con is that it is all online. So although that's a benefit and it's a pro, it can be con for some people. You may be someone who doesn't enjoy online learning. And if you're someone who especially isn't able to self-regulate, you may struggle, because with some people, what may happen is that you may buy this course, you may stick to it for a week or two, and then you slowly drop off. You don't watch the videos, you don't do the assignments, and that's because there aren't any deadlines, right? There are no specific dates that you have to finish something by. There isn't really a consequence of you not completing the assignments, of you not completing the course, other than the fact that you will lose your money and that may be a waste of money. But other than that, there aren't really any consequences. So for some people, I can imagine this may not be the best option for you. You may be better off looking for a course that actually has deadlines where it will force you to stick to those deadlines. And of course, the other part is that you're not going to be seeing, these tutorials or these lessons face-to-face. There is no face-to-face contact. If you're an introvert, you're probably really happy about that, but if you're an extrovert, you may not enjoy that element. So the other drawback from the course is that it could benefit from a bit of diversity. Most of the looks have been done on lighter skinned models. There's only one look in the current program that I'm doing that was done on brown skin. So I do think that this course perhaps in future could benefit bringing in different colored models and really give a wider perspective. So for example, with me being brown skin, I have to change the colors that I use. I wouldn't necessarily use the same colors that have been used on the models because they would not flatter my skin tone. And having that bit of knowledge is really useful. You don't have to stick to everything they're doing. Really focus on the techniques, right? Now, the other thing I will say is I was a little bit disappointed with their ethnic bridal look. It was done on a brown skin model, but however, the color story that they selected is not my favorite. Now, I'm gonna say this is just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Absolutely not. It is just an opinion piece. I am Indian. I am very much used to seeing ethnic bridal looks. It is completely part of my culture, but I also understand that there are other cultures that do ethnic bridal looks that are not Indian looks, right? And so if this is you, if this is the type of look that is perfectly appropriate in your culture, ignore what I'm saying, because I'm basing this opinion only based on my culture. And in my culture, gosh, I'm saying word culture a lot. So in my culture, ethnic bridal looks look nothing like this. So when I saw this, I felt like it was a little bit of misrepresentation. This brown skin model is very beautiful, and I just think that heavy use of that very silvery, champagne, bright eyeshadow really lets the brown skin model down. It just really washes her out and it doesn't look good. My opinion only. I think what they just try to do is try to combine too many different looks into one video so they wouldn't have to refilm. So for example, they started off this look as a 1920s look, and they, you know, added a few more details and techniques to make it into an ethnic bridal look and a cut crease look. So there's a lot happening here, and I totally understand why they did that. You save on a lot of rework with the models. I totally get that. Often bridal looks will be done on brown skin tones, and brown skin tones can be a bit tricky. I personally find that if there's a heavy use of silver or very bright champagne shades on brown skin tones, especially warm brown skin, it can look really unflattering. It can really wash out our beautiful skin tones. And so I think that's really important to remember. And if you're someone who is brown like I am and you're doing this course and you may come across something like this, take it with a pinch of salt. Don't use the exact same color story that they have used. Just switch it up. Use what you like. So for example, in my look, I used the exact same techniques. I did it step by step. However, I completely changed the color story. I didn't use the silver like they used. I instead used a bronzy peach tone that I think, in my opinion, far more flatters my skin tone than a silver look would have. And so I didn't follow that. So if you are someone who may be doing this course, just know that you don't have to stick to the same color stories that the tutors are using. If you don't like a particular look, or you don't like the color story, you don't think it works well, just change it up. Because what's really important are the techniques, and the techniques I think have been covered really well. So those are pretty much all the cons, you guys. Very minimal cons actually. The program is, in my opinion, fantastic. I have been really enjoying working through this program, especially on my own pace. My life is very, very busy because I work a full-time job. I do a 40-hour week. Sometimes it ends up being a little bit more. And then, of course, I create content for YouTube. And I generally like to do 2 videos a week, which means that I often only really get 1 weekend day and 1 evening free per week. And really, that's it. It doesn't leave me much time to do other things. And so what I really appreciated about the course is that there's no pressure. There are no deadlines. There's nobody chasing you. You can just take your time and complete it within your own comfortable pace. Or you could be someone who would just really crack into it, and you can do it all day, every day. Do it as a full-time course, and you'll be able to finish it in no time. Also, I have an amazing discount code for you guys. So if you are thinking this course may be right for you, you can use my discount code. It is Rashi Hamalio 100 off. I'm gonna pop it on the screen and also in the description box. It's going to give you $100 off this course, which is huge. Now, I'm just letting you know this is not an affiliate code. I won't be making money off this code. It is just there to give you guys a discount if you're interested in purchasing this program. I'm very much looking forward to actually trying these looks on other people. I think that's where it's going to really count. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that I gave you enough information for you to be able to decide for yourself whether this course may be right for you or not. And I will see you guys in my next video. See ya.